Welcome back to the Nick Gates Show. I'm your host, Nick Gates. Today, y'all, we're going to be doing some seasonal draining of our hot water tank. Get all that sediment that's built up in there, drain that out. That's going to do a couple things. It's going to prolong the life of our tank, prolong the life of our heating elements. That way, we don't have to worry about calling nobody to get this replaced. Make it last as long as we can. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all in a bit. Now, y'all, today we're actually draining our hot water heater, so we don't have to worry about this today. It's going to do it on its own whenever we drain the tank. But from time to time, this is your pressure release valve. When there gets too much pressure or your temperature gets too hot inside your hot water heater, supposedly this is going to open up. It's going to let some excess water out of there, get your pressure out. So we're going to lift up and hold our pressure release valve for about 5 seconds, so let any excess water get out of there. You may want to put a bucket up underneath here. I'm not really worried about that today. It's going to dry up regardless. My crawl space is pretty big, pretty open. Air fits in pretty good. But hold that in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, y'all. We got our pressure out of there. We're good to go. All right, y'all. First thing you're going to do before you touch anything, you're going to go to your circuit breaker. You're going to locate the hot water heater. You're going to turn that bad boy off. Now, if y'all research this on YouTube, you're going to find there's about 100 different ways to skin a cat, y'all. So take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research. Drain your own hot water heater. This is the way I do it. Some say you don't have to turn off the power. Some say you do. I'm not going to take any chances. So, turn my hot water heater off. Not going to take a chance on my heating elements burning up. Go from there. All right, y'all. We're down here in a crawl space. Today, we're going to be first cutting off the water to our hot water heater. Let's go ahead and crank her down there. Righty-tighty. That way, I'm going to drain out our tank so nothing else comes in there. All right, so at the bottom of your hot water here, you can see this drain here. You just take the end of your water hose. Just get that on there first. Make sure your water hose is on the outside of your crawl space. Now, thank goodness, I'm going to show you around. I got a pretty tall crawl space, right? I mean, I can, just because of the lay of the land, I can walk in here. Some of y'all may not have this. You know, some of y'all may literally have to frickin' crawl around down here. Some of y'all might be in the garage. Now, this is an electric hot water heater. I don't know anything about having a gas one. So again, this is for electric water heater. We got our water hose hooked up to the bottom there. I'm gonna show you, you're gonna need a flathead screwdriver. And you're gonna wanna open up this valve here. Let me show you this. You're going to open that up. A little bit of lefty-loosey there. Now, y'all, I do want to point out, even though you take your flathead screwdriver and you open up that valve, you notice water's not coming out of there. So you're going to need somebody on the inside or yourself to go just in your kitchen faucet, open up that hot water valve, and I'll show you what happens. All right, y'all. We got all of our water drained out there. I've turned off the hot water faucet inside the house for now. We're going to righty-tighty tighten this back up and unhook our water hose here. It's good to go. Now, go up here, lefty-loosey. Gonna turn water back on so our hot water tank can refill. While I'm doing this, I don't want any air to get in this tank if I can help it. So I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna barely leave the hot water faucet on. I'll show you what I mean. We'll get all that air out of the tank. gonna leave it a little bit more. I'm gonna drip just kind of a steady stream. In a little bit, you may see some air come out. There we go. Yeah. Get it up. Get it out of there. All right. And after that's run there for a little bit, no reason to get alarmed, it's just air getting out of your tank. And whenever that's all through, you're gonna see a steady stream. Y'all are good to go. All right, y'all, once you got all the air out of your tank, hot water heater filled up, let's go ahead and flip our hot water heater. I'd give it probably 30 minutes to an hour or so, let the hot water heat back up. You're ready for your shower. Y'all, thanks again for watching the Nick Gates Show. Drain out that hot water heater. Do that at least a couple times a year, if not once a quarter. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Catch you next time.